Djibouti-Ethiopian, close by Djibouti-Ethiopian, close by Maduri ala tonek tangale, Italy non kibunangale.
The Djibouti-Ethiopian Railway Caravan promoting regional integration set off today from Nagat Station, a journey that will run from July 2nd to July 7, 2023. This joint expedition between Ethiopia and Djibouti aims to promote mutual understanding, interpersonal relations, cultural exchange, and green integration, while highlighting the historical, cultural, and environmental importance of the Ethiopia-Djibouti railway line. A mission that will symbolically link the two capitals, Djibouti City and Addis Ababa, as well as a network of intermediate towns and economic zones, all located in one of the most strategic geographical areas of our sub-region. 112 participants from Djibouti and Ethiopia, from various sectors and organizations, will benefit from a series of activities, presentations, and forums offering participants a better understanding of the common heritage, historical significance, and cultural diversity between the two nations. It should be noted that this initiative is the fruit of close collaboration between IGAD and the Embassy of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia associated to the Republic of Djibouti.
Permettez-moi de vous souhaiter en tout premier lieu la bienvenue à cette occasion inédite dénommée Caravan ferroviaire Djibouti-Ethiopienne pour la promotion de l'intégration régionale. Permettez-moi aussi, en cet instant solennel, d'adresser nos remerciements aussi appuyés au secrétaire général de l'IGAD, mais aussi à son Excellence l'ambassadeur de l'Éthiopie, M. Berhanu Zegai, pour le soutien déterminant qu'ils nous ont apporté dans la concrétisation de cette initiative inédite et régionale. Messieurs et mesdames, honorables invités, nous sommes réunis aujourd'hui à la gare ferroviaire de Djibouti-Nagat pour le lancement de cette caravane qui fait date dans les annales. Cette mission reliera symboliquement nos deux capitales, Djibouti-Ville et Addis Abeba, ainsi qu'un réseau des villes intermédiaires des zones économiques, tous situés dans des espaces géographiques les plus stratégiques de notre sous-région. La présente aussi initiative est le fruit d'une collaboration étroite entre l'IGAD et la Fédérale démocratique de l'Éthiopie, accréditée auprès de Djibouti et de l'IGAD. Donc cette mission ferroviaire, qui se déroulera du 2 au 6 juillet, vise à mettre en lumière l'exceptionnalité de liens séculaires et multiformes entre Djibouti et l'Éthiopie. Ce projet aussi de diplomatie publique est conjointement mis en œuvre par une équipe provenant de l'IGAD et de l'ambassade de l'Éthiopie. Honorables distingués participants, donc cette caravane ferroviaire de l'IGAD va réunir une certaine de participants, une centaine en fait, de Djiboutiens et Éthiopiens, dont la plupart sont issus de cadres, issus des institutions publiques, que même des experts de l'IGAD. Donc la caravane ferroviaire de l'IGAD pour la promotion de l'intégration régionale vise entre autres objectifs à sensibiliser les opportunités et les défis de la migration entre les deux pays en le replaçant dans la perspective régionale qui est celle de l'IGAD, tout en aussi soulevant les questions liées à la mobilité transfrontalière, aux migrations irrégulières, sans omettre de rappeler aussi les efforts déployés conjointement par les deux gouvernements dans ces domaines. Et aussi à promouvoir l'initiative dite Green Legacy de l'Éthiopie pour la protection de l'environnement à travers les corridors ferroviaires de la sous-région. De même, cette caravane ferroviaire aussi est une formidable opportunité pour aborder et approfondir de manière concrète et ludique de nombreux aspects clés à la coopération entre Djibouti et l'Éthiopie. Honorables invités, cette cérémonie officielle nous offre une opportunité unique pour ne pas minorer tout simplement passer sous silence la multiplicité des héritages historiques ainsi que les atouts économiques de ce corridor ferroviaire djibouto-éthiopien. La relation privilégiée qu'entretiennent les deux États et leur indépendance n'est nullement due au hasard. Aussi, cette relation souvent qualifiée de stratégique découle précisément de ces corridors ferroviaires séculaires que cette caravane va parcourir durant les 6 prochains jours. Honorables invités, je ne saurais terminer mon intervention sans rendre un vibrant hommage à nos cheminots et aussi à ces aînés que nous avons tenu à associer à cette caravane historique. Ces hommes et ces femmes illustres sont porteurs d'une conscience sociale unique dans l'histoire de cette partie de la Corne. Des cheminots citoyens aussi ont été associés à ces voyages afin de partager leurs souvenirs et expériences relatives à l'épopée du train historique dans la mémoire partagée de nos deux peuples. Leur présence à nos côtés nous honore et nous tenons aussi à les remercier. En conclusion, en tant que fille de cheminot, je ne puis m'empêcher de penser à cet instant à mon père et à tous ses camarades et amis dont je salue la mémoire. Merci à vous tous de m'avoir accordé ces moments d'écoute et je vous convie tous à faire cette caravane ferroviaire Djibouti-Ethiopienne une réussite et un événement mémorable. Que vive à jamais l'amitié et l'entente entre les deux peuples. Merci beaucoup.
It is a great honor to address you today on this momentum occasion as we gather to mark the commencement of Ethio-Djibouti Public Diplomacy Summer Train Trip. This remarkable journey, which is united more than 100 delegates from Djibouti and Ethiopia, significant step toward strengthening the bond between our nation and promoting mutual understanding, cultural exchange, and green integration. This journey holds special significance as it takes place on the historic Ethio-Djibouti Railway, which has connected Ethiopia and Djibouti for over a century. This railway serves as a powerful symbol of our deep-rooted fraternity and shared history. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency Dr. Orkane Gabayo, the Executive Secretary of IGAD and the estimated member of the IGAD Committee of Ambassadors, for gracing us with their presence in the farewell press conference. Your support and participation reflect the shared commitment to fostering bilateral relations and regional integration.
A remarkable milestone in the ever-strengthening bond between the nations of our region. The historic event is happened with coordination and collaboration of Ethiopian Embassy and the government of Djibouti, marks a significant step towards promoting regional integration and further fostering enduring friendship and cooperation between the people of Republic of Djibouti and the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. As you know, Ethiopia is land linked to Djibouti and has long relied on Djibouti ports for imports and exports, with approximately 95% of trade passing through this vital gateway. Moreover, the interconnectedness of key infrastructure, such as transport, telecommunication, trade and investment, security, electric power, and water resources has further strengthening this bond. As saying goes, a good neighbor is more valuable than treasure.
Je salue cette initiative et c'est un véritable honneur et un plaisir pour moi de conduire cette délégation, une très grande délégation. Cette délégation est véritablement importante. Je voudrais ici tous les remercier et les féliciter pour leur participation. Un dernier mot peut-être encore pour souligner l'importance de cette initiative. Évidemment, entre l'Éthiopie et Djibouti, il y a plusieurs organes, il y a plusieurs institutions qui facilitent la circulation des biens et des personnes entre nos deux pays. J'ai l'honneur de co-présider une de ces institutions qu'on appelle le comité conjoint transfrontalier Djibouti-Ethiopian. Effectivement, c'est plutôt un niveau technique et technocratique. On discute des défis qui se posent en termes d'immigration, de commerce irrégulier, d'immigration illégale, je l'ai dit, de la circulation des biens et des personnes, mais ça reste au niveau technique et technocratique. Quant à ce qui nous intéresse maintenant, l'événement, l'échange qu'on est en train de faire maintenant, c'est en quelque sorte quelque chose qui va faciliter le travail des techniciens que nous faisons dans le genre de ces comités, parce que c'est quelque part une manière d'amener de l'huile dans le moteur. Donc, une fois que le moteur est en marche, il faudrait aussi du carburant. Et les carburants, c'est tous les participants qui sont là. Et j'espère que ce sera une réussite. Je remercie tout le monde. Merci beaucoup et bon voyage.
magacayga waa Yaasiin Maxamed waxaan ahay kusimaha gudoomiyaha degmada Aysha ahna madaxa ciidanka Maleeshiyada ee degmada Aysha aad iyo aad baan ugu faraxsanahay maanta inaan ciidanka soo dhaweyno waxaan leenahay gacmo furan ku soo dhawaada kulli cilaaqaadka labadooda aad buu fiican yahay isku xirka tareenkuna aad buu fiicnaynayaa insha Allah wada noolaashaha iyo isjacaylka yaan ka shaqeynaynaa aad iyo aad baan u mahadsantiin
walaalgeetina dawali kahni meetimi maxay délégation Djibouti délégation ki Ethiopia délégation angaraway to diplomacy hadoy wacdina anu wakil kahanimi xur asaqu nama barufanata xur daabisna hiyana xur daabisana ma kadhatiyay to taybulimi to bukinuy neeke Ethiopia faritan to bukinuy maxay siraj mirahisahiyan délégation قدوا يتماي جبوتي إلى إثيوبيا تراني لي كل بارو آدكو إلى أديس فن قدرونو إلى أن نحكونا يرو لحيرو وبارو عادة حد تككي مانجو حدلو فانتارو دقة اللي ينها نما بارو يتوبو كنو ليا تيا كهجرانا ماي
On the morning of Monday, July 3rd, 2023 in Diridawa, the IGAD delegation on regional integration led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Interior, Mr. Siraj Umar Abdul Qadir, was welcomed with great pomp by the Diridawa authorities, including the Mayor, Mr. Khadir Johar, his deputy, Mr. Harbi, and the local parliamentarians. A grand musical ceremony with folk and traditional dances was presented to the delegation to give them an appreciation of the ethnic and cultural wealth possessed by the great Ethiopian neighbor. The ceremony emphasized the harmonious existence of the different religious present in Ethiopia, and other of the representatives of the various Ethiopian religions invoked the Almighty to ensure that the delegation had a pleasant stay in Ethiopia. In his speech, the mayor of Dirdawa thanked the delegation and their leader, Mr. Siraj Umar Abdul Qadir. He also highlighted the various cooperative relationships that link our two countries. For his part, the head of the Ethiopian delegation, Mr. Siraj Umar Abdul Qadir, thanked the Dirdawa authorities for the warm welcome extended to every member of the delegation. The day ended with the planting of trees in the same specially designed garden to seal the bond of friendship between the two peoples.
የመጡ እንግዶች ጋራ የሁለተኛ ምዕራፍ ዝግጅቱን በይፋ የምናበስር መሆኑን በዚሁ አጋጣሚ ላረጋግጥላችሁ እፈልጋለሁ። በሚቀጥለው 4 ዓመትም 25 ቢሊዮን ችግኞችን ለመትከል ንቅናቄ በክቡር ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትራችን የተጀመረ ሲሆን ከዚህም ውስጥም አስተዳደራችን ከሚያዘጋጀው 12 ሚሊዮን ችግኞች ውስጥ ለጎረቤት ሀገር ጅቡቲ እስከ 400,000 ችግኞችን ለመስጠትም እንቅስቃሴ እየተደረገም ይገኛል። የዛሬው ችግኝ ተከላ መርሃ ግብርም የዚህ የሁለተኛ ምዕራፍ ግብር አካል በመሆኑ የዚህ የጎረቤት ሀገር ጅቡቲ ልኡካን ቡድን የዚህ ፕሮግራም ተሳታፊ በመሆናችሁ በአስተዳደሩና በራሴ ስም ላቅ ያለ ልባዊ ምስጋናን እያቀረብኩኝ ከሌላውም ጊዜ ደግሞ ሴሬሞኒውም ለየት የሚያደርገው መሆኑን በዚህ አጋጣሚ ላረጋግጥላችሁ ፈልጋለሁ።
La ville de Djibouti, c'est une ville effectivement historique, qui a un passé, un patrimoine, une ville notable. Et c'est une ville aussi qui entretient des relations effectivement avec Djibouti depuis très longtemps, mais c'est toute l'Éthiopie. Mais c'est surtout le fait que Djibouti est considéré pour beaucoup de Djiboutiens comme leur deuxième pays. Comme beaucoup l'ont dit, beaucoup de Djiboutiens viennent l'été passer leurs vacances à Djibouti. Et donc à Djibouti, on n'est pas en terrain connu. Et puis l'accueil qui nous a été réservé, je voudrais remercier l'administration encore une fois de Djibouti pour cet accueil.
After the ceremony, the delegation was giving a tour of the Dirdawa Free Zone, a huge space designed for the establishment of various industrial enterprises. The visit began with the Chinese textile factory, which is made of huge machines that are used to manufacture different types of garments. These garments, made in Ethiopia, are exported to China and other countries around the world. The delegation then headed off to see Ethiopia's industrial advances, including a vehicle assembly plant. Ethiopians are delighted to be able to buy a car on their own territory. Finally, the delegation concluded with a visit to the former Djibouti-Ethiopian railway station of Dirdawa. The IGAD Rail Caravan on Regional Integration, led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of the Interior, Mr. Siraj Umar Abdul Qadir, left Dirdawa early on Tuesday morning, July 4th, 2023, bound for Addis Ababa. In the afternoon, the delegation stopped off at Adama Station, the historic Ethiopian town of Nazareth. On arrival, the Djiboutian delegation, they were welcomed by the mayor of Adama, Mr. Hailu Jalladeh, at the station, where at every stopover, they were greeted by the planting of trees just behind the station to seal the bond of friendship between the two countries. The Djibouti delegation was then treated to a reception featuring Oromo folk music and dance. And as a token of appreciation and thanks, the mayor of Adama and the notables traditionally decorated the influential members of the delegation with a white lawn cloth, a black baton, and a headband for their efforts and dedication. The mayor of Adama, Mr. Hailu, welcomed the Ethiopian delegation led by Mr. Siraj and said that this was testimony to the excellent relationship between the two countries and peoples. The stroke Djiboutian delegation included all the members of the public administrations, the deputies of the regional prefect and the regional council of the 5 regions, Colonel Abdul Qadir Ibrahim Gona and Colonel Usman Anashe of the National Police, the Director of Transport, Mr. Deleta Sultan, and the President of the RPP Annex, Mr. Ali Muhammad Ali Gadele, Mrs. Fahima from Civil Society, Mrs. Ifrah Bashir Barakat, Technical Advisor to the Mayor of Djibouti, Mrs. Nim'a Amkrak, Global Djibouti Diaspora, and Mr. Ibrahim Mir, Director of Information at the Ministry of Communication, as well as staff from IGAD and the Embassy of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia in Djibouti.
Habib Wanaxen, እንደምን አመሻችሁ። ያው ንግግር ለማድረግ ነው አይደለም የመጣሁት። ያው ድካም አለ። ድካም ስላለ ቀጥታ ወደ ራት የምንሄድበት ሁኔታ ነው የሚኖረው። ስለዚህ ይላ 6 ሰዓታት በ3 በያህል ማዳም ወዳሉ እንዲሁ ጅሮ ኢናን ማድረግተና الشركه نوح نوفر مدرا مشاوشي نوح نوفر بري اشاء الله دولينا امكانسه الا ما ثانينا عشاء ما دركتنو قدمنو marka ugu horeysa waxa weeyaan mayor ka dirraba madaragteenay wasiir ku xigeenka wasaaradda madaragteenay gudaha Djibouti iyo madaragteenay hogaaminta IGAD iyo madaragteen delegation-ka la socda aad iyo aad baan madaragteen bagu ilaahay nabad nagu soo gashaan oran lahaa aad iyo aad madaragteen ku soo dhawaada dirraba sidoo dogsoon yahay dirraba waa madax maaragteenay waa magaalada labaad ee Ethiopia ay madaragteen shacab ilaa 900 kun oo qof ay ku nool yihiin dhammaan waxaan hoos timaada 9 xaafadood oo magaalada ah iyo dhowr iyo 30 oo madaragteen xaafadood oo miyiga ah saadiradeed jadwalka aan bari yeelin doono insha Allah marka hore 7 subaxnimo laga bilaabo geed beeris bay noqon doontaa sagaalka wixii ka dambeeyana
Djibouti-Ethiopian عليك نوز بيدلي ما تدري على الدنيا تنقلي دولتك بينما كواكب الماما بارو قليل
حكانك تايسي توبكو Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو حكانك تايسي توبكو Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو
أمة الدربودا ترفي فوحة الحلي Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكيني وارلي Djibouti-Ethiopian في التليد الليلي Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكيني وارلي Djibouti-Ethiopian في التليد الليلي Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو عليك نوز بيدلي Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو عليك نوز بيدلي ما تدري على الدنيا تنقلي الدليل ننكبوي ننقلي ما تدري على الدنيا تنقلي الدليل ننكبوي ننقلي يمعونك سفر أساد وعزبة فوح عليه سيسيكو قرايق حين عيا بابورتيو
حكانك تايسي توبكو Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو حكانك تايسي توبكو Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو
أمة الدربودا ترفي فوحة الحلي Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكيني وارلي Djibouti-Ethiopian في التليد الليلي Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكيني وارلي Djibouti-Ethiopian في التليد الليلي أمة الدربودا ترفي فوحة الحلي Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكيني وارلي Djibouti-Ethiopian
And on the evening of Tuesday, July 4th, 2023, the IGAD Regional Integration Rail Delegation led by Mr. Siraj Umar Abdul Qadir was welcomed with great fanfare in the town of Shagar, a suburb of Addis Ababa. On arrival, they were greeted by Madam Burtukan Ayano, Minister of State at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Mayor of the town of Shagar, Dr. Tashum Madunya, and Abdi Mahmoud Ebe, Djibouti's ambassador to Ethiopia. As they disembarked from the public diplomacy train, the delegation planted symbolic trees along their rail journey to the region's interior. Shagar is a smart city in the Oromia region, the largest in Ethiopia with 50 million inhabitants, representing 55% of the total population and 356,000 square kilometers. Shagar city is Ethiopia's industrial city close to the federal capital Addis Ababa. The delegation is then invited to a welcome dinner featuring traditional Oromo music and dances, and on the Djiboutian side, the famous Abizid Ali Dawele of Nomad Blues.
Djibouti-Ethiopian عليك نوز بيدلي Djibouti-Ethiopian عليك نوز بيدلي ما تدري على الدنيا تنقلي الدليل ننكبوي ننقلي ما تدري على الدنيا تنقلي الدليل ننكبوي ننقلي يمعونك سفر أساد وعزبة فوح عليه سيسيكو قرايق حين عيا بابورتيو
حكانك تايسي توبكو Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو حكانك تايسي توبكو Djibouti-Ethiopian توبكو روبلي وي روبلي
The Federal Democratic Republic Government of Ethiopia, all members of Djiboutian Public Diplomacy Team, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to Shaggar, smart city of Oromia region. Is one of the states, the regional states, established in Ethiopia since 1991. In the European calendar, the region has more than 50 million population, which is more than 34% of the national population. The land size is above 353,000 kilometers square, which is around 36% of the total land size of the country. The region endowed with rich natural and man-made resources. Oromia region contributes about 60% of the national GDP. It contributes about 70% of the national exports. It has the major infrastructure found in the country. In the region, we have more than 25,000 licensed investment operated in the region. Recently, the regional states, after we implemented the holistic and the wide range political reform, we established the new smart city, Shaggar, by merging the 5 small towns found around the capital city of the country. The new Shaggar city has a population of 2.5 million. The land size of the new city is about 160,000 hectares. That is 3 times more than the federal capital city of Addis. Shaggar is the only city in the world that established around the federal capital city. It has 12 sub-cities with 36 warada or local administration. Dear member of the Djiboutian public diplomacy, Shaggar established with the 21st urban development thinking and philosophy. The major objective of the new smart city Shaggar to enhance urban food security, improve the modern urban governance, knowledge and skill-based job creation. Shaggar focus on the modern urban agriculture. Shaggar working on building strong and competent urban economy, which is the missed part of the Ethiopian history in urban development. Ethiopia and Djibouti have strong economic and social cooperation. So using this opportunity, I want to express our interest to form a sister city relationship with Djibouti. I would like to ask the Secretary General, His Excellency Siraj Umar, to facilitate with this smart city, a sister city relationship. Finally, I would like to thank you to visit Shaggar. I wish your stay to be more fruitful and effective. Welcome again. Thank you.
Ethiopia and Djibouti, those two countries are already integrated on different levels, whether at family level, business, economy, social life, language. the same way Djiboutians call Ethiopia a second home. For Ethiopians working in Djibouti, Djibouti is also our second home. So I also want to thank the government of Djibouti, represented by His Excellency Siraj, the embassy in Djibouti, for your extremely warm welcome, and also for the support that you gave us for IGAD Secretariat. I know we will have tomorrow also another event, so I look forward to everyone their presence. And particularly, I also want to thank my colleagues from IGAD that has been extremely supportive to make this trip a successful one. And I hope we look forward to the next 2 days. And
Your Excellency Siraj Omar, Secretary General for the Interior Ministry of the Republic of Djibouti, Your Excellency Dr. Tashoma Dunya, Mayor of Shagar City, Your Excellency Ambassador Abdi Muhammad, Ambassador of Djibouti to Ethiopia, brothers and sisters, members of Djiboutian Public Diplomacy Delegation, Abagada, Adasinkes, and the community members of Labu area, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm honored to extend a warm welcome to the esteemed Djiboutian Public Diplomacy team to Ethiopia. I'm delighted to see you all arriving at your second home. In fact, this journey is from home to home. Welcome again to your home. The Ethio-Djibouti family summer trip shows a new phase in our thriving bilateral relations. This trip, for sure, will take our people-to-people relationship to the next level. As we are tied by blood, culture, language, history, economy, and above all, we all continue our steadfast effort to achieve regional integration. The political commitment of our two countries, the guidance and the special attention from our leaders, the commitment of the different line ministries, and the dedication of our experts, and above all, the will and aspiration of our peoples is the engine behind our efforts. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very historic occasion. You have come a long way via the Ethio-Djibouti Railway, which symbolizes our ties, past, present, and the future. This journey tells the history, cultural relations, sisterhood, and modernization. Ethiopia, a land of origins, ancient history, vibrant culture, and a remarkable achievements, welcomes you with open arms. Our nation has a long-standing tradition of hospitality and friendship, and we are committed to deepening our ties with Djibouti in various fields, including trade, investment, education, and the people-to-people exchanges. We are honored to have such esteemed representatives from Djibouti joining us this evening. Your presence here is another testimony that the two governments are revitalizing the regional integration process. To the Shagar City administration and the entire team and the community members of Labu area, I extend my heartfelt appreciation for your warm welcome and hospitality. To IGAD Secretariat, to our embassy to Djibouti, team from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Your support and the cooperation are instrumental in making this visit a success, and we look forward to fruitful discussions and the collaborations in the days to come. In conclusion, brothers and sisters, I wish you a memorable and a productive visit to Ethiopia. May this visit serve as a stepping stone towards deeper cooperation, friendship, and shared prosperity between our two nations. I wish you a successful stay here in Ethiopia. Feel at home. Thank you very much.
Foreign Affairs of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Teshome, Mayor of Shagar City, Smart City, sorry. I am here glad and pleased to welcome the Djiboutian delegation led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Interior Affairs to their second home. Djibouti and Ethiopia share excellent, indeed exemplary relations in all areas, like the railway that you took to come to Addis Ababa, ports, road infrastructures, power and services, water services connection. The two countries share beyond those factors, and the two leaders are always working hard to give a better future to our two people. The leaders of the two countries have always the desire to enhance and strengthen those unique and special bilateral relations that we have in our two countries. I thank you very much, and again I welcome the Djiboutian delegation to their second home. I thank you.
Excellence, Dr. Teshome, maire de la ville de Dire Dawa, Excellence ambassadrice Bourtoral, ministre d'État, Excellence, Monsieur l'ambassadeur de la République de Djibouti, en poste à Djibouti, Mesdames et Messieurs, distingués invités, tout protocole observé. Évidemment, j'ai pris les micros pour vous remercier, le gouvernement éthiopien, et en particulier le maire de la ville d'Addis Abeba, de Sagar City, pour l'accueil chaleureux qui nous est réservé à moi et ma délégation. Nous sommes véritablement honorés de l'accueil qui nous est fait non seulement dans la capitale à Addis, mais cet accueil a été partout pareil depuis notre départ de Djibouti, que ce soit à Dire Dawa, très récemment à Dawale et après à Adama et enfin à Addis Abeba. L'accueil a été toujours grandiose, au rendez-vous fraternel, et on a été vraiment surpris par les fastes, par l'accueil qui nous est réservé. Vraiment, j'aimerais encore une fois remercier le gouvernement fédéral de la République fédérale et démocratique d'Éthiopie pour cet accueil digne un accueil présidentiel, oui, j'allais dire. C'est un accueil présidentiel. On vous remercie sincèrement, moi et ma délégation. On s'est réveillé aujourd'hui à 4 h du matin, et donc on est tous très fatigués, mais cette fatigue, on ne l'a pas sentie, on ne la sent pas du tout depuis qu'on est descendu de ce train, parce qu'on est tous surpris par cet accueil chaleureux. Avant de clôturer, peut-être encore une fois un remerciement à l'ambassade de la République fédérale et démocratique d'Éthiopie qui a organisé ces voyages, qui a facilité ces voyages. Mes remerciements vont aussi également à l'IGAD qui a financé cette initiative. Et je voudrais aussi remercier, bien entendu, sans les oublier, le ministère des Affaires étrangères et de la coopération internationale de la République de Djibouti pour la facilitation qui nous a été faite durant notre séjour à Djibouti pour nous préparer à cette visite en Éthiopie. Et enfin, peut-être pour répondre au docteur Tachomé, maire de Sagar, effectivement, à Djibouti aussi, il y a cette idée de créer une ville nouvelle. Il était question à un moment du projet de Irolé, qui était également vu comme Smart City, une ville pionnière, une ville intelligente, comme on dit. Et ce projet est en cours. Il n'a pas débuté, mais il est en cours de réflexion et de renforcement. Il y a également une expérience qui est tentée, pas très loin de Djibouti, à Douda, juste à côté de Djibouti, à Douda, sur une très grande étendue, une expérimentation d'une ville. C'est pas véritablement une ville, mais c'est, si vous voulez, plusieurs grands quartiers qui s'étalent sur plusieurs hectares. Et l'expérimentation consistera effectivement à faire en sorte que les maisons puissent répondre à des normes environnementales en termes de respect des dépenses d'énergie. Et une ville qui répondra, en tout cas une conurbation qui répondrait à tous les critères de modernité d'une ville intelligente. Merci beaucoup.
The Rail Caravan on Regional Integration, organized by IGAD, led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of the Interior, Mr. Siraj Umar Abdul Qadir, held a conference on migration on the Skylight Hotel in Addis Ababa. This conference on migration is a fundamental point of the border community that exists between the two countries. The themes were set out through questions and answers with the aim of concluding a recommendation and prerogative to enforce for improvement the issue of migration. The conference debate was attended by the Minister of State at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Madame Bertukano, and the Director of Public Diplomacy at the Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Abdul Yassin.
Djibouti-Ethiopian Alinek nos bayidale Djibouti-Ethiopian Alinek nos bayidale Maduru yadatone kitangale Itariri non kibu inangale Maduru yadatone kitangale Itariri non kibu inangale Yam'unek safar asadu uzbafu haleh Sisiku geraika hin'i ya baburutiyo
Hukanek taisisi tobako Djibouti-Ethiopian tobako Hukanek taisisi tobako Djibouti-Ethiopian tobako
This exchange of people and experience, people-to-people experience, culture, will have a positive ripple effect on countries beyond border. Ethiopia, as a responsible partner in collaboration with the neighboring countries and with our regional body like IGAD, assures its commitment. We hear, when we listen to the renowned artist, Abiy Yazid, I'm sure all of us felt deep while he was emulating the late famous artist, Dr. Ali Birra, in Afan Oromo. As the famous saying goes, united we stand, divided we fall. Long live Ethio-Djibouti friendship.
This aim is to further enhance the multi-faced ties between the two countries, in particular in areas such as business, investment, tourism, people-to-people relationships, diaspora diplomacy, image building, and extra. This trip mirrors Vision 2050 of the IGAD. As we know, in the first phase of IGAD Vision 2050, the organization prioritize the structural transformation of the region. Through the commercialization and the expansion of resilient green and blue economies and the sustainable utilization of natural resources. This will help us to effectively implement the agreement signed between the two countries in 2012 on cooperation to strengthen border control and combat illegal migration and trafficking. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like to reaffirm that Ethiopia attaches particular importance to the long-standing ties between our two nations.
Tout ce comité, le travail de ce comité, vous l'avez deviné, c'est faciliter la circulation des biens et des personnes entre nos deux pays. Mais notre travail, je l'ai déjà dit, est très difficile, mais ce genre d'initiative qui vise à un petit peu changer ces cadres formels de travail, des discussions qui sont parfois ardues, le fait de se rencontrer en dehors de ce comité technique, dans le cadre de ce genre d'initiatives, de rencontres, d'échanges, de réflexions, des rencontres de peuple à peuple, parce que c'est ce qu'on est en train de faire. Ce n'est pas une rencontre étatique, je l'ai dit et je le souligne, c'est avant tout une sensibilisation au niveau de la société civile pour présenter la meilleure vision de la coopération qui existe entre Djibouti et l'Éthiopie, mais également les bonnes pratiques en termes de collaboration dans les divers domaines que j'ai soulignés. C'est l'objectif. Donc ça fluidifie, si vous voulez, notre travail, ça facilite notre travail et ça nous permet également d'avoir des solutions mieux adaptées parce qu'on aurait en amont réfléchi à ces problématiques qui nous occupent. Et d'ailleurs, dans moins d'un mois, on a cette réunion du comité conjoint transfrontalière qui aura lieu cette fois-ci en Éthiopie au mois de fin juillet, début août. On viendra peut-être dans une des régions, ça n'a pas encore été défini, en Éthiopie, pour faire justement ce travail dont je vous parle, ce travail des techniciens qui consiste à discuter étape par étape, point par point, sur des sujets certes sensibles, mais essentiels pour améliorer la collaboration entre nos deux pays.
Djibouti-Ethiopian, Tobukini Warili. Djibouti-Ethiopian, Sitali Dadlili. Djibouti-Ethiopian, Tobukini Warili. Djibouti-Ethiopian, Sitali Dadlili. Djibouti-Ethiopian, Tobuko. Alilek knows by Dadlili. Djibouti-Ethiopian, Tobuko. Alilek knows by Dadlili.
On Wednesday, July 5th, 2023, Ethiopian Djibouti Prime Minister Mr. Demeke Mekonnen took part in a tree planting ceremony with the Djibouti-Ethiopian Railway Caravan organized by IGAD and led by Secretary General Mr. Siraj Umar Abdul Qadir in Addis Ababa's ICT Park. The highly symbolic ceremony between the two peoples was held under excellent weather in the Ethiopian capital. Djibouti and Ethiopia are linked by historical and geographical ties. The two countries are united in a number of economic and social fields.
Djibouti-Ethiopian, Tobago.
On Thursday, July 6, 2023, the Djibouti-Ethiopian Railway Caravan, led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of the Interior, was giving a guided tour of Addis Ababa's Unity Park. Unity Park is a symbolic place that encompasses the history of Ethiopia in general, from Menelik I and Menelik II to Haile Selassie and the Adwa War and the country's anti-colonial revolution, a place full of history. Djiboutian members are steeped in the history of Ethiopia, the internal neighbor, a museum of contemporary natural art steeped in the country's life stories. Unity Park is a former military barracks that have been converted into a tourist attraction and made accessible to tourists by the country's authorities. Unity Park is also an animal zoo housing several species of animals, wild beasts, fall and wild animals. The Djibouti-Ethiopian Caravan was accompanied by Mr. Abdul Yassin, Director of Public Diplomacy at the Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Finally, on the evening of Tuesday, July 6, 2023, the President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Her Excellency Madame Sahle Work Zewde, invited the Djibouti-Ethiopia Railway Caravan led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of the Interior, Mr. Siraj Omar Abdul Qadir, accompanied by the Ethiopian Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Demekke Mekonnen, to an official dinner at the Presidential Palace. The evening was rich in color with traditional songs and dances from the country's different cultural entities and classical music from the orchestra specially set up for the occasion. In his speech, the Secretary General of the Ministry of the Interior, Mr. Siraj Umar, pointed out that Djibouti and Ethiopia are linked by historical, geographical, and economic ties, notably with the establishment of modern port infrastructures by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh.
Ethiopia has got a very cordial diplomatic relations with its neighbors, and its neighbors are its priority. However, the relationship with Djibouti is exceptionally unique and strategic. It's a very important relations.
His Excellency Mr. Siraj Umar, Secretary General of Ministry of Interior, Republic of Djibouti, Excellency, delegates of the Ethio-Djibouti Trade Mission, representing governments, community groups, and religious leaders, IGAD colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, good evening. On behalf of IGAD Executive Secretary Dr. Workana Gabayo, IGAD is honored to be hosted by Her Excellency Sahle Work Zewde, President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, as part of Ethio-Djibouti Trade Mission. Ethiopia and Djibouti are key members of IGAD that have continuously supported the institutions and its regional mandate, advocating for peace and security and regional integration. The Republic of Djibouti, as a host country and currently chair of IGAD, plays a critical role in advancing the IGAD regional mandate. The convening power of IGAD, bringing together government and its partners, provides a platform for enhancing linkage among communities and governments. This trade mission is a clear example. Your Excellencies, since this mission commences its journey last Sunday from Djibouti, Negad station, I was told that the ambience in the train has been positive. The warm welcome given to the delegation at Dawale, Redawa, Adama, Shagar City and Addis Ababa is unique, but also reflects the strong bond the two countries and the people have. The IGAD train mission for regional integration from Djibouti to Addis Ababa aims to enhance the multifaceted ties between the two countries in the area of migration and mobility, business and investment, tourism, people-to-people relation, and the diaspora engagement. We are now at the end of the mission. I am confident that throughout the journey, the delegates had the opportunity to interact to enhance the ties between the two countries around issues of migration and mobility, people-to-people relations, and diaspora engagement. As you commence your journey back home, I want you to reflect on the untapped potential of domesticating the IGAD protocol on free movement of persons to facilitate safe, orderly, and regular mobility in the region, including between Djibouti and Ethiopia. Finally, I would like to thank all the labored day and night to realize this mission, including colleagues from the Embassy of Ethiopia in Djibouti, Ethiopia-Djibouti Railway Company, and especially IGAD Secretariat colleagues. I wish the delegates a safe and enjoyable journey back home.
This trip is monumental because it reinforces the comprehensive strategic ties between our two nations. It will also further deepen our people-to-people ties. I extend my appreciation to all those who took part in making this trip a success. I want to particularly acknowledge the IGAD Secretariat for supporting the cause that will play a vital role in promoting regional integration. Let us carry the spirit of this successful trip forward, forging a future built upon resilient green economies and unwavering cooperation. Finally, at this moment of celebration, it is important to pay tribute to our President, Her Excellency Salor Dode, who has made remarkable contributions to strengthen the relations between the two sisterly countries.
Beaucoup parmi nos concitoyens pensent que nos relations, la relation entre Djibouti et la République fédérale et démocratique d'Éthiopie, sont nées avec la première ligne des chemins de fer créée par les Français. En vérité, des liaisons caravanières furent le cordon ombilical de nos échanges des siècles durant, échanges facilités grâce à une population commune vivant de part et d'autre de nos frontières. Les liens qui unissent nos deux pays sont profonds et riches et historiquement solides. Nos deux nations partagent des liens culturels, économiques et politiques qui ont prospéré au fil du temps. Un partenariat fondé sur des valeurs communes et un engagement mutuel et ferme de renforcer la paix, la sécurité et la stabilité à l'échelle régionale, mais aussi continentale.
In her moving speech, the President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Her Excellency Madam Sahle Work Zewde, referred to the letter received by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Djibouti, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, as further proof of the excellent relations between the two countries. The President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Madam Sahle Work, once again emphasized her years of sonship in Djibouti and the lifelong relationship she has shared with the Djiboutians.
Edition of Ethio-Djibouti Family Summer Train Trip. My appreciation goes also to regional organization, IGAD, for sponsoring this trip, and for our two diplomatic missions for having a very valuable contribution. Anything, any event happening regarding Djibouti or where Djibouti is involved is always a special moment for me. In fact, a very moving moment. This day is not any different rather. Djibouti is the second country where I served as ambassador of Ethiopia. Little did I know when I landed in Djibouti in September 1993 that I would stay one full decade in that beautiful country and spend a decade of the richest and fullest work of my whole diplomatic career. Two presidents, His Excellency President Hassan Bouled Abtidon and the current president, His Excellency President Ismail Omar Guelleh. The support I got from both was simply exceptional. I was there when Djibouti became the only outlet to the sea for Ethiopia. I was there when we had to deal with our war efforts. Djibouti hosted for years our navy and our military vessels. Djibouti has been home to many refugees from Ethiopia, including my own father, who had to leave because the graduates from the War College were the first target of the invader. I just received a letter from His Excellency President Ismail Omar Guelleh thanking me for my best wishes for the National Day, which was celebrated on the 27th of June. And allow me really to quote what he said, because it's a very important message. He said, "We are for the pursuit of strengthening our strategic partnership of cooperation in many areas of development. I'm proud that we are moving in that direction. So the two countries will serve as a model of successful economic integration in this part of the world and in Africa." So this is, to my view, a very strong statement. Mon appréciation au gouvernement et peuple djiboutien pour avoir organisé cette deuxième édition de la Caravan entre nos deux pays, et aussi à l'IGAD, notre organisation sous-régionale, qui a sponsorisé ce programme et la contribution de nos deux missions diplomatiques. Aucun événement, aucune activité qui concerne Djibouti ou dont Djibouti fait partie ne me laisse indifférente. J'en ressens même une émotion. Il en est de même aujourd'hui. Djibouti a été ma deuxième affectation comme ambassadeur d'Éthiopie il y a de cela maintenant 30 ans. À l'époque, rien ne laissait prévoir que j'allais passer une décennie, mais une décennie la plus riche et la plus remplie de ma carrière diplomatique. J'ai connu deux présidents, Son Excellence le Président Hassan Bouled Abtidon, Père de la Nation, et Son Excellence le Président Ismail Omar Guelleh, que j'ai connu beaucoup plus puisque nous avons perdu le premier président lorsque j'y étais. Leur appui à ma mission a été exceptionnel. Son Excellence le Président Ismail, comme je l'ai dit tout à l'heure, l'a démontré pendant une décennie. J'étais à Djibouti lorsque ce pays frère est devenu notre unique accès à la mer. J'étais là lorsque nous avions pendant l'effort de guerre avec un autre pays voisin. Djibouti a abrité notre marine nationale et nos navires de guerre pendant plusieurs années. Djibouti a abrité des milliers de réfugiés éthiopiens, y compris mon propre père, qui a dû quitter avec ses amis fraîchement sortis de l'école de guerre d'Éthiopie. Donc le président, son Excellence Ismaël Omar Guelleh, dans une missive qu'il vient de m'adresser par l'intermédiaire de mon frère, l'ambassadeur Abdi, me dit que nous sommes pour la poursuite et le renforcement des partenariats stratégiques de coopération dans tous les secteurs du développement entre nos deux pays. Il dit aussi que le modèle que nous avons entre nos deux pays, face au fils, en fait, les relations face au fils de modèle réussi d'intégration dans cette partie du monde et en Afrique.
Djibouti-Ethiopian, Djibouti-Ethiopian, Maduri ala tone kitangale, Italy non kibungale.